Welcome to December 2024. It's time for our monthly energy update, and oh, it's chilly out there. I've got my favorite woolly wrap on, which will keep me snugly and warm. Always cheers me up, this wrap. I like it. So it's been an incredible year, hasn't it? And it's been quite an action-packed month. I've had a lot of feedback from clients about the month, and it seems it's been actually quite challenging for quite a lot of people. Interesting energy, huh? So let's have a look at what the energy has in store for us for December, for the closing month of the year. Let's hope things pick up a little bit. As is always, I have taken 4 cards to guide us through the month ahead, and the first card, as always, is the overarching energy, and with that we have the 7 of Wands. And as you can see, the 7 of Wands is quite a full-on card. So it's Wands energy, so we're in fire energy, and fire energy means that it can be a bit difficult to control. And as we can see in this card, this is where the energy is stacked against us in some way. What it doesn't say is that we're overwhelmed by it, but it does feel and probably will feel in the month ahead that we are fighting the odds a little bit. Now, this card talks about defending your position, but also being caught a bit off guard. So you're on the back foot and the energy is pushing against you and you are pushing back. So it's taking it on. It's not beaten by any manner of means, and it's certainly no shrinking violet as a card, as you can see, but it is a little bit defensive, isn't it? You can see here on this card we have this brave knight facing down the overwhelming odds of the fiery dragon, bringing to mind the idea of firefighting, for instance. When you're really standing your ground against something and it just feels like it's all a bit much. So it's not an easy energy, but it's also not in any way unsurmountable. What this tells you is that there is nothing here that you can't handle. So even though it might feel like it's a bit of a mountain to climb, it is within your realms of capability to do it. I think this is quite an interesting overarching energy, and we'll have to see how that feels as the month goes forward. Obviously, we do know, don't we, that December can feel a little bit overwhelming. It can feel like we're firefighting, and it can feel like we're having to defend our position, whether that be in an interpersonal way or whether that's just life energy. We are basically sometimes in December feeling like we are in fact on the back foot. Let's see what the rest of the reading has to say. What should we embrace? What will help us in this energy moving forward? And we have the 10 of Pentacles. Now, the 10 of Pentacles is a great card, and it really represents that we're building towards. It talks about long-term planning, it talks about long-term financial planning, but it also talks about family and clan. It's kind of what it's all for, and talking about what it's all for is important. So that's going to give us our why with regards to this rather feisty energy that we've got in the 7 of Wands here. This tells us our why. Remember your why. So we're going to be looking at family. We're going to be looking at the needs of family, maybe, but what we're building towards regarding family as well, and what we're building towards regarding the big picture of our life. So not only financial, but experiential as well. What do we want to experience moving forward? What are we building for? It's quite a big question, but it's a really important question. Now, we're in a 10. It's the perfect 10. So it is the perfect expression of the Pentacles suit. The Pentacles suit is where we're building a rich and abundant experience, and the 10 is where we have built it. So this is what we need to be guided by. over the next month. Okay, great. So what do we need to stay away from? What will challenge us in that instance? Interesting. The world. Well, Janis, I hear you say, how can the world challenge the Ten of Pentacles? Surely they both speak of the same thing. Success, as good as it gets. Everything, coming together. And you would think so. And yes, that is, in theory, the case. The Ten of Pentacles is the world, isn't it? What if the world card in this instance, challenging the Ten of Pentacles, is saying what's going to get in your way is the idea of perfection. So the idea that the world is perfect. The world is as good as it gets. And if it can't be perfect, if it can't be as good as it gets, then I'm not going to do it. Now, how interesting is it that we've got that Seven of Wands defending their position in some way, fighting the odds in some way, battling against what is in some way. And what's going to get in our way is the idea of perfection. It has to be the way we imagine it to be, the world come to fruition. I wonder if we're going to be defending our view of how we think it should be and not seeing it as a long-term thing. So that the 10 is taking this long view. You're building something for the future. Why are you building it? The world is perfection of vision. Either I don't think I can make it perfect. Either maybe it's just too big. Perhaps the vision is too big, it's too perfect. Success. What is success? What does success mean to you? Whatever it is, it's not going to help you, because it's that build to the 10, which is what we're being asked to engage with. So success, the really, big picture of our perfect outcome. Perfectionism, in the essence of perfectionism, that is not going to be useful to us, and it's going to get in the way of us building towards that 10 of Pentacles. Maybe family is in the way of your big deal dream. I don't know, perhaps it is. Whatever the situation is for you, the big deal dream is not what you should be focusing on right now. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, good is good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's interesting. So what is the message from Spirit for us this month? Well, it's a lovely message. And after all, we are heading towards Christmas, aren't we? The message from Spirit is the sun. Lighten up, see things clearly. It's joyful, isn't it? Joy to all men, I guess, and women, of course. Joy to everybody. So the sun is a joyful card. It asks us to enjoy life. It asks us to have fun, lighten up, take the positive view, lean in to family and your long-term vision and what you're doing it for. Why are you doing it? And enjoy it. And I think that's a really, really important message, because quite often this, Christmas can be really overwhelming, can't it? It just can. It can feel like it's just a race to get it done. But the message from Spirit asks us to take pleasure in life, to take pleasure in it, in the actual journey. The 10 of Pentacles is a journey. It isn't really a destination because it doesn't stop. It's a 10. It carries on. The world tends to be a point at which it reaches the best there is. This is it. We've got there. I want it to be like that. And that's going to get in our way. So perfectionism in any way is not what we want to be doing. We arriving at a moment of perfection is not going to happen. And I think you may battle for it nonetheless. I think you may going to take it on. But that isn't going to work this month. We are instructed. Our prescription is to enjoy life. Our prescription is to see the light in the situation and find the warmth in the situation. That's what the sun is. The sun says nothing is hidden. Look at the positive. Look at all the good stuff that is there for you. That's why you're doing it. You're doing it for the best reasons. You're doing it to build something good. You're doing it for your family. You're doing it for your clan. You're doing it for your long-term journey. And that's what we must focus on this month as we head towards the end of the year. So I really hope that's been interesting and useful. I think that's what a lovely message from Spirit that is. How gorgeous. I hope this is useful to you in this coming month of December, and I'm always here for a reading, of course. If you need one, do reach out. I will see you soon, and I'm going to be checking in with you again around the new year time. We're going to do a really lovely new year reading for the whole year as well, I think. Let's do that and see where we're at. Please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. I really love to hear what you have to say. Speak soon. Bye bye.